I'd like to be in a pool, but it's 90 degrees out here and we're shooting today. It's the last day of 4th of July weekend and we're gonna go out with a bang. We're shooting the 6-dasher, doing a big load test. Stick around. Alright, rooster!
Gotta show it.
Wasabi party, people. It's hot today. I came out here to finish mowing. We had a big rainstorm, which I'll show you a little bit of, and got the mowing done at least. Look how nice it looks. It just stopped. We got about an hour and a half before the next one hits. We have the 105 grain burger hybrid. It is 20 thou off the lands on everything. Shooting 3 different powders. IMR 8208 XBR, Varget, Vidavori N140. We're doing 31 with 2/10 increments up to 32 grains. So we're going to get some numbers on all this stuff as we go. I'm not going to show you everything because you'd have to sit through a bunch of shooting. I'll show you the results. I'll show you the tally of the numbers at the end. All right, there are the freedom seeds. Again, this is the 105 grain burger hybrid target. These are all loaded 20 thou off the lands. Total cartridge overall length is 2.41. That's from base to tip. I didn't measure off the ogive, but that's how I did it for this go around, just so you know. Got the Crusader rifle here. Paint job by U.S. Defense Solutions, Bloomington, Indiana. Barrel spun up by DP Gunworks Kenny I, Desert Precision. MDT ACC Elite Chassis. We have the Element Theos scope, area 419 rings. Accu-tac Bipod is a Kauger action. And there's the rundown, and I'm filming on a shitty GoPro. I was shooting a video once. I was like, here's the bullets that we're shooting. I said it, and I got a comment like, well, show it to us. As if I wasn't going to shoot the bullets. So here they are. How I have this broken down is 3 shots each. We're going to start with the IMR 8208 XBR. And then we're going to move on to Varget. And then we're going to move on to Vidavori N140. The N140 is supposed to be equivalent burn of Varget, more or less. I'd read some people said it's too hot. I'm not looking to hot rod this thing by any means. Ultimately, it's going to find its range and its speed node and where its happy spot is. I don't know where that is yet, but other nice thing about the Vidavori is it has a copper fouling eraser type of material in it, and it's temp stable. I don't know anything about the IMR 8208 XBR. I don't know if it's temp stable. I think it is. I was trying to get that a bunch last year. I was wanting to shoot it in the 22 DPC. Couldn't get it. It just came back online this year. So early on, I picked up a couple of pounds of it. I'm excited to play with it a little bit, see if it's worth the shit or not, especially with this 6-dasher. I am going to use my Athlon Rangecraft, get numbers on all this stuff today. I'm going to document it all. Then I'm going to show you the groups. Try not to get this thing too hot. Give it a little time in between strings here and see, and then I'll show you the end results. Stay tuned. When I finish this test, that'll officially be 200 shots on this barrel. I bought 200 cases of the Alpha 6-dasher brass, and this is the end. This is all loaded straight out of the box. I chamfered, deburred, and that's it. Didn't run it through a die or anything. So that's how we're running it today. We just shot the IMR 8208 XBR. I'll show you the numbers on that. 3-shot groups, 31 grains. Average feet per second was 28.99. SD of 2.7. ES of 6.5, I think. 31.2 was 29.23. SD of 5. ES of 12. 31.4 was 29.39, SD of 8, ES of 18. 31.6 was 29.59. SD of 3.2. ES is 7.5. 31.8. 2980 feet per second average. SD is 7.1. ES is 16.4. And 32 grains average 2993. Standard deviation of 4.5. ES a 10.5. I did see a little swipe on one of the cases. Everything else, primers look good. Everything else, cases look good except for the last shot on this 32 grains. Let's go down and have a peek at the target. All right, 31 grains. First shot was here, the next two. I dialed down 2/10 for the rest. 31.2, 31.4, 0.6, 0.8, and then 32. 32 shot the best, it looks like, out of that. On to Varget. All right, run down of the Varget. Got some interesting numbers down here. Got some great groups too. Here's how it broke down. 31 grains, 2857. SD is 6.7. ES of 14. 31.2, 2878. SD 6.3. ES 15. 31.4, 2887. 6.1 SD, 16.4 ES. 31.6, 2907. SD 4.5, ES 10.5. 31.8, 2942. SD at 8.1, ES at 19.7. 32 grains, 2943. SD 1.7, ES 4.3. Now the video I shot on Thursday, I shot 32.2, I think, 32.3. I'll have to get the numbers. I'll put those up on the screen right now. I think the group was pretty good too. At least for that may be the node right there. Anyway, let's check out these groups. Pretty damn good. It likes the Varget, or shall I say Varget. 31, 31.2, 0.4, 0.6. Which is too bad because I pulled that one when I was breaking the trigger. That center dot moved. I don't know if my back bag slipped a little bit, but it moved when I cracked that shot. 31.8 and 32. Golly, 0.8. Had the crappier numbers, but you can only see two. There's three in that. Means I shot right through the same hole on one of them. Yeah, on to the Vidivori N140. Somewhere I read that 8208 XBR doesn't burn as hot as Varget. I don't know where you find that sort of information. I read it though. So that was what kind of got me excited about it. That's a cooler burning powder, if that makes any sense. It didn't shoot as well as the Varget. Let's see how this Vidivori does. All right, we just finished up with the Vidivori N140. I was running this in between each 3-shot string, and I'd wait about 2 minutes per string. You can find that on my Amazon store. Link in the description below. Here's what we have. The Vidivori started out a little rough. Then it started coming into its own. With 31 grains, 2859, SD 7.9, ES 19, 31.2, 2881. 12.4, 29.9, 31.4, 2902, 3.5, 8.5, 31.6, 2914, 3.9, 9.5, 31.8, 2934, 3.6, 7.9, and 32 grains, 2945, SD 1.2, ES a 3. Not bad, you know, not bad. The groups started off shaky as well, and they started tightening up. Let's go take a look at those.
If you voted for the big, beautiful bill, you're a big, ugly bitch, and in that order, don't ever switch it up.
A deportation machine that will be unleashed on steroids by this one big ugly bill.
That's all, folks.